She's coming off a crazy Hell weekend and not in a good way, and thinks she may have been lost her best friend. Her best friend who has long suspected her boyfriend of almost 8 years of cheating on her. They are 22 and nearly everyone in our friend group kind of thought she was being a little bit crazy because her boyfriend seemed like a great guy.
First off, I am a young mom. I had my daughter at 16 and she's now 5. She's in year 1. She's been in school since September last year, and the parents as children in her class have pretty much stayed the same. So we see familiar faces at drop-off pickup time. Over the past few months, one mom has been acting strange with me and making comments and honestly make me feel uncomfortable and horrible. It's like she hates me but yet wants to know everything that she can. I don't personally know her at all. I know she's a couple years older than me, so it isn't the young mum thing. Me and my daughter's dad have a routine and please because he works 5 days a week all day. He has her every Saturday night until Sunday evening, and he gets 1 day a week to himself. So we both have a day a week without having to parent, which is great because we both get a break from our lives. Recently, the routine changed a little as her grandmother, her dad's mum, has asked if she could see my daughter more, and of course I agreed. She sometimes picks her up on a Wednesday afternoon and has her for the night. Sometimes this day happens to fall on her dad's 1 day off, so she sometimes gets to see her dad more and he gets to pick her up from school if he wants to, doesn't have plans. This is when the issue has started. This mum at the school, Chris Sai, has been asking me questions about my daughter's dad. She doesn't talk to me for any other reason than to ask about him. She's asked me very personal questions such as where he works, where he lives, how often he sees his child, why we broke up, etc. She doesn't ask anyone else these questions, and I find it odd that she asks me them. She's made comments about things I eat when I bumped into her at the shop. For example, I went in to get myself some lunch sorted after the morning school run. Because I have a 2-year-old son, I don't get a lot of time to myself, so I usually settle for easy, quick food. I picked up a pot noodle, and Chrissy came in and criticized me for it. She said, "You a pot noodle," and I just felt really weird about it. Why feel the need to comment on someone else's choice in a shop? Just mind your own business. I have BPD, so things like this often make me feel horrible about myself, and I will overthink and replay the situation all day in my head. It's exhausting, but I can't blame Chrissy for that, obviously. It just seems extremely unnecessary. The questions about my daughter's dad are Mackie. This was casually dropped on me, M35, by her cousin, M28, during a conversation about the family. I mentioned the sister, F28, in question seemed to be doing good, was engaged and running a business. He, M28, couldn't seem to keep it quiet, that she, F28, had been cut off by her dad for sexually abusing her younger step-siblings. I was shocked to put it mildly because no one had mentioned this to me or my wife at all. I asked, was it the oldest boy she hurt? No, it was the boys and the girls, ages 6-14. I was confused because none of those kids are that age. Her cousin, M28, then told me this happened 8 years ago, although he found out last year when the cousin, F28's dad, came to visit him and just couldn't lie about it. That's why her dad cut her off. We had been told it was money issues. My wife comes from a large religous family that got broken up. This sister is the one she was raised with and closest to. I am in shock and I'm pissed that no one told us because we have young children. I then had to tell my wife and give her this horrible news because her mom and her cousin both hid this from her while they had the knowledge for about a year at that point. I'm pissed at everyone. I am trying to open my wife up to talking about it and all she has said is she's searching for the signs in her memories. I'm giving her space. To complicate matters, the pedophile sister had a major accident as a child that actually led to the changing of some local building regulations and had massive head trauma. She wasn't supposed to make it, and her cousin M28 seemed to use this as an excuse. I'm disgusted by it all, and I just needed to tell this to the world because me wife doesn't want to discuss at the moment, which is fine, but this is too taboo to drop on anyone, even my best friend. Anyone been through something similar?